Zia Chapter 2. The service was just the beginning, and afterward I went to Father Vicente to confess that I had found a boat on the beach. Father Vicente was young and had a bony face and eyes the color of chocolate. He was a kind man. I think he liked me, and I liked him. I sat down on the little bench and put my lips against the screen that separated us. I could not see him, but I knew he was there, listening to me. Some of the fathers would act as if they were listening to you, but you could tell that they were thinking of something else. This morning, I said, I found a boat on the shore. It was washed up by the storm. What kind of boat? Said Father Vicente, from far off, as if he were talking from another world. It looks like the boats the whaling ships use when they go out to kill whales. It had places for 4 oars, but all were lost save one, and it had a harpoon and a long line fastened to the harpoon. Where is it now? My brother and I hid it in San Felipe Lagoon. Is there a name on the boat? Father Vicente asked me. There is a word. I spelled it for him. Then there is another word that begins with a B, and then there's a letter that is rubbed out, and then another letter. Y. Boston is part of the name, and the last word is boy. Boston boy, said Father Vicente. She's a whaler from Boston and hunts beyond Santa Rosa Island, and the crew visits us sometimes. I've not seen them for 2 years now. They used to come every year. I waited and held my breath. Then I said, I found a boat on the shore. Does it belong to the ship, or does it belong to me? That is what I want to know. They may not come to look for it, Father Vicente replied. But if they do come and ask if we have seen their boat, what will you say? I will say that I have not seen it, said Father Vicente, which is the truth, verdad? It is the truth, I answered. But if they ask you if you have heard of the boat, I will say, yes, señores. I have heard that a whaleboat washed ashore in the storm. I have heard this, but I have not seen the boat. It is the truth, but does the boat really belong to them? It was theirs, and it broke away and washed up on the beach. Can they say that it is still their boat, whether it broke away and washed up or not? This is what I would like to know. By the law of the sea, the whale boat you found belongs to you. But maybe they will not come to look for it. They have many boats. The best. But Zia, the boat is yours. That is the law. Furthermore, you possess it, and possession is important in matters of this kind. I did not steal the boat, I said, still a little troubled in spite of Father Vicente's advice. It was a gift from the sea. Father Vicente was silent for a while. What plans do you have for this boat? He asked. Mando is the captain, and we will go out and fish and dive for abalone, I answered. But together, Zia. Mando is not to go alone. Is that understood? Good. He is young and sometimes giddy in the head. If I had a boat, I would not trust him. Not alone, not outside the lagoon. Not even that far alone. Nor will I. When I said goodbye to Father Vicente, I went outside to the garden. Mando was waiting for me. Did you go to confession? I asked him. Yes, to Father Merced. Did you tell him about the boat? No, he does not care about boats, nor does God, said Mando. But we do not have a real boat yet. It has only one oar. You cannot go anywhere with one oar except in circles. When we have a real boat, then I will tell somebody maybe, but not Father Merced. He started off toward the beach. I called him back. Listen, Mando, you are not to take the boat out of the lagoon except when I am with you. Understand? Mando nodded. I am going now to find a branch, one that is straight and will make a good oar. Before you go, I said, promise me that you will not take the boat unless I am with you. Look me in the eyes and promise. Mando looked at me, though it cost him an effort. He touched his lips with his thumb and made some gestures that had to do with God, Mukat, with Zando, asking for their help. "I promise," he said, and went running off to look for a straight limb. Where he found the limb, I do not know, but it was straight and strong, and he spent hours on it in the mission shop before and after his work in the fields. He used my boat's oar for a model, and made his oar exactly like it in shape, though it was heavier than mine. We took the oar to the lagoon early the next Sunday morning after the church service was over. It was a bright day. The tide was moving out and the sun sparkled. "You take the light oar," Mando said, "the one on the right side." I clambered into the boat and sat down beside him, and we both began to row down the lagoon toward the sea. Just before you reach the end of the lagoon there is a small beach, and here we went ashore. Mando had brought an adobe brick with him, and he scraped the stern off the boat where the name was. He scraped it clean, and from the sack he carried on his back he took a wooden sign about 2 feet long. "I made it in the workshop. What do you think?" "A good joke, huh?" I changed the name. Father Suriga helped me, and we made a new name. See? He held it up. The plaque was painted in white letters. It said, "Island Girl." Mando was pleased with his little joke. "Boston boy? Island Girl. That's a better name, huh?" "For Corona?" "Named for you," Mando said. "For you, my sister, because all you talk of is going to the island." He nailed the plaque to the stern of the boat, and we set off again. At the end of the lagoon, where it meets the sea, there is a long spit of land curved into a saber. The spit breaks the force of the waves, and we had no trouble rowing to the end of it